Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go and participate in the lap time challenge on Gran Turismo 7. Today, we're going in to be on the streets of Willow Springs in the reverse direction by using with a Greddy Fugu C, a professional tune car made by the Fast and the Furious actor Sean Kang. This is going to get much more pretty challenging for each part of the lap time challenge. We'll go for extreme hard difficulty to see how it turns out by using a Sports Soft compound tires. Wide body and nitrous will be set to be on prohibited. But even of course to have a low speed according to the BOP/tuning prohibited is about to be set automatically, we'll have to do a specified, with the exception to have an engine swap by using with a Greddy Fugu C may turn out to becoming very ineligible. But just to let you guys know, because this could get much more complicated, so I might have to be preferred to use the standard version after being purchased from the brand Central, or just gonna have to use a rent and event specified card to be entered to be eligibility to be set and good to go. So I'm all set and good to go to have the UDRS Contender C to be set and go for having it automatically to see how it turns out. For the power to be on 297. For the power will be set to be applied on 294 horsepower and weight to be at 2,425 pounds. So it's about to get much more challenging and go for any part of the corners to be on the opposite direction rather than to do the forward direction. So let's give it a go, and this is going to be the most difficult lap time challenge of all time. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start the lap time challenge. Let's begin. Take place to be on daytime, so this is going to get much more pretty difficult to be on the reverse direction to go by the opposite. Goal ejected is about to be set, and currently by around in 1 minute, 16.704 seconds is now currently to be on a goal in about 3% by the average of the goal rarity. So I had to go down and do the global ranking and see which one of the Gran Turismo players that has a replay icon that has the most of it, because tougher times and go for having a low speed handling is going to get challenging to go for the difficult measures. So here's one that has a minute 16.149 seconds set by the Japanese Gran Turismo player, Drive My Car. Well, almost to be pronounced its good title name to have 3 words, so I'll have to give it a go and download to have a ghost replay icon to go for another round and serve to be on the helping hand. So I have to be sure and keep a good double check to be on the detailed settings, because the engine model is the RB26DE-Fugu C. Applied and go automatically to see how this engine model is now currently by default. Just to let you know, current engine is going to have to be set and will by default to see how it turns out. So here I go. One UDRS Contender C to be on the reverse direction coming up, and start the main time progression to be on the main ejected. So be on the main lookout to have turn number 1 in the opposite direction if you're going to have to try to be extremely too slow. Too fast, but very challenging to be on the main corners, just to let you know to see how these part of the strategy is going to get tougher, lighter, and a bit heavier that turns out to become a complete ridiculous that will have to be on the most invalid time for each part of the lap. So looks like it had to go for having a first lap of the warm-up because of the new day. But I mean, taking a lap time challenge on the reverse direction in streets of Willow Spring is going to be the most impossible challenge for all of us. But I know how hard it is, but this could get much more difficult out there to see how the tight turns might get much more low speeds and go for some main tough handlings to see how you can handle it to find a good line. Just to let you know, because I had to be switched up and go for lap number 1 because of the invalid time is going to be hitting us if there would be making one mistake. So on to the final sector. I know this is going to be very sloppy, I'm always gonna have to end it and compete the challenge to see how it turns out. So here's lap number 2. Going exercise caution, try not to go ignore track limit in the result of the penalty just like this. Stay on the right highlight is now being marked on the time. Keep going. Have that handling to stay on the tarmac. Don't get off the track. Okay, there we go. Just gonna have to keep going left. Gonna have to watch my pace and handling to avoid many mistakes. I know I felt a little bit comfortable about this strategy in the reverse direction in this lap time challenge, folks. But I had to give it a try and see how it feels, because it's all about try to make your bet and accept it to go for the high stakes. Okay, so let's go and make that sprint to the finish. 10-second reminder till you have to go enter to be on the next lap, and here it is. That's a minute 21.23 seconds. Not good enough. Currently and placement on the bronze. It feels slow and turns out to have some caught up distraction when taking too much braking pressure. So I had to keep going and getting up with some separation to have that lap time and the ghost car itself. Okay, that's good. Kick it up. Currently in beat sector 2. Now go for sector 3. Nope, not today. No cones hitting this time. Okay, here's sector 4. Step it up and go for having a sprint rush in about 10 seconds on the reminder check. That's a minute and 16 seconds. Poor effort and still not yet to be good enough. Come on. I know this ghost car is trying to coach me up and go focusing to see how each part of the advantages on every corners is going to get much more crowded out there to do some elevation to get in a tight situation. Gonna have to kick it up some more. Currently by the record update in about a minute 19 seconds with a decimal of 0.463. And come on. Well, at least that might have to be caught up to be having some poor effort because of several mistakes that will be ends up in the result of invalidated time. Now I have to get back to square one and go for the 5th lap. More daily workout, new day, and more mileage is all I need to get. This literally stressed me out to see how it turns out with this strategy, and the ghost car is trying to coach me up. See? Sloppy. Very much more unacceptable to have that main queue advantage to go off the track by having one step of the tire. Well, it looks like this is going to be quite giving a very tough time for all of us, so one session clear, one best time average is going to have to be marked on the minute, 19.463 seconds. So there we go. Being highlighted to be marked on the red marker is now being shown. Well, at least that might have to take 4 sectors to go for the reverse direction in the streets of Willow Springs is very much more hard to handle. For lap number 4 in the first sector in 18.834 seconds. Still need more work, along with sector 2, 3, and 4 that has 23.4 seconds, 20.422, and 16.473 on lap number 3. This could take all day and go with a countdown in about an hour left to go. Opt for attempt number 2. Let's see how it goes and be specifically careful to be on the opposite direction in turn 1. There we go. Gonna keep going. Stay focused on the ghost car, and I'll have to be on the main helping assistant to have sector 2 is gonna be a very tough corner to be on the right left turn elevation. Just like this, and I didn't know how am I supposed to do with this part of the corner skill is very much more impossible. Come on, I just really might need to stay together. Ah, great. This could take forever. I'm sure of it. This lap time challenge is giving us a hard time without achieving in gold or silver. Okay, that's a close call. First sector clear. Now go for sector 2 again. Okay, no idea how he can do that, but it is necessarily impossible to have that part of the skill without getting caught in an invalid time. Gonna keep pushing. Gonna have to keep a good watchful eye on the clock. Okay, looks like now being placed on a silver in a minute, 18.212 seconds. There we go. Gonna have to keep on going and stay focusing to have that ghost car while mines are still yet to be well pushed up to be well handled. Okay, keep going. Now back to sector 3. I'm just always challenging myself to have this part of the current lap time challenge before the time runs out. But it takes over an hour before moving on to take the next lap time challenge is going to be at Tsukuba Circuit for any specified rail card to be well picked by random choice of the pick. Okay, let's keep it going and have that low brake precision. Ah, good grief. Next lap, try not to take too much penalty and invalid time. Every part of the wide open corners that could be quite giving us a weakness. Only on sector 1 and 2 of course, but especially for sector 3 and 4 is always meant to be very tough to go wide open. To stay on the tarmac is now being put up onto the safe zone. But the off-road is actually to be referred as the floor is lava. but the tarmac has got the high ground, but we can probably have to keep racing and do some quick improvement to stay steady without getting caught to receive an invalidated lap time by making a mistake. Let's kick it up right back into high gear and try this again on lap number 4. Okay, there we go. I got the upper hand, slow and steady to have a good main part of the turn. Just to be extra careful, because it gets me a little bit much more anxiety to go where having a bit of stress. Okay, that was a poor distraction, just to keep the handling to stay on touch. Okay, let's just gonna have to give a timeout, change of plans, and well, if I had to be on the 4 speedback sensitivity to be set on 4, and the max torque is gonna have to go maximum on 10. Well, maybe perhaps, great. Well, so much for having a new record attempt is now currently to be well cleared. Gonna have to get back to the drawing board and start over. Okay, that's good. Stay steady, pushing up, and have the Greddy Fugu seed to stay focusing to be on the main route, and follow the line to have sector 1 and 2 all together. Okay, gotta have to keep calm. Sector 3, next part of the turn clear. And then go for the opposite direction onto the final corner, just like turn 1 did. Okay, that was so close, but very extremely wide open. Gonna have to keep proving myself. Just gonna keep racing clean and don't get back in for having a mistaken effort for having an invalidated time. Okay, that's good. Just gonna have to have my ghost card to get in and get closer onto each other to have my new improved records. But it takes several laps. We'll have to serve as the endurance ever since for this latest part of the lap time challenge, as the countdown will be going commence in about the next hour. And then the next one, and still yet to be currently available for the Group 1 category at Le Mans and the 24 Heroes Du Mans racetrack layout. Okay, gonna have to have that turn. Good. Check. Noted. And focusing on going before have that next turn is going a bit tougher by the opposite. Well, I have no idea about this skill when taking on this corner is very more tricky to handle. But this one, for instance, is gonna be a very difficult to face this kind of an obstacle. Okay, that's good. Almost there by having 1 second. More focusing, more quick cornering, and speed on the low position. That's 1 second. Looks like record time by the update in a minute, 17.501 seconds. Alright folks, looks like if I had to avoid taking too much stress for this lap time challenge by using the Greddy Fugu, well, at least I'll have to take silver for having a 1 million GT credits to be earned. Very yet impossible to have a 3% on the gold record by around in a minute and 16 seconds is going to be a very hard effort. Especially for the top tier elite Gran Turismo players who have been participating for this lap time challenge for the same Greddy Fugu. But after all you need to do is going to keep practicing more. Watch out for any further mistakes will have to be received as an invalid time, and then successful, and just gonna have to try to make yourself to be well competent and do some helpful tips to have some ghost card to go over the helping hand. So I guess that will be it for having another session. Best time and go for 1 minute and 17 seconds for the decimal of 501. Well, at least 3 sessions is all I have to take. But if I have to go again before the next part of the lap time challenge, it's going to be at Tsukuba Circuit to use the Audi TT 2016 model. Well, I'll have to get down to do some results on the summary to be on the 3rd session. For Sector 3 in lap number 2, 19.815 seconds is now being shown highlight in the green. 3 sectors like Sector 1, 2, and 4 in the 3rd lap, 18.570 seconds, 22.780, and 16.239 seconds is all good, yet to be improved, and focusing to have the beat part of the main sector for only 4 parts in 1 full track. Gonna have to go and have the replay to be saved. There we go. Well, I'll have to give me a moment folks, because take that goal objective is going to be doing some serious hard work to have a minute 16.704 seconds to go up in 2 million. I'll have to make sure that I'll have to save an extra replay just like back from Grand Valley South by using for the Wicked Fabrication GT51. Hard times with thinkful strategy and the reverse direction on the streets of Willow for the Greddy Fugu, and this one might have to take a 9th silver medal will be earned and update for having my record in about a minute 17.262 seconds in 6,006th place by having 1 million credit. But after all, I just went down to do some more farming on the WTC 600 at Tokyo Expressway who had to calm me down, and here it goes for having a next lap time challenge after the 24 Heroes Du Mans Racing Circuit for the Group 1 category in about 5 days left. So next up, Tsukuba Circuit for the Audi TTS Coupe 2014 is about to be set and go for the choices between onto the daytime or even to have some mixed condition to be on the dry or rain condition is gonna have to see how it turns out. So looks like almost there to go back in about to have 10 million GT credits and even of course to have round 2 will be coming up to be on the Manufacturers Cup at Michelin Raceway, Road Atlanta for the second part of the Group 4 category because of the thumbnail image is now being shown on the Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept 2018 where the GTMC livery is now being featured. So let's wrap this up before at the end of the video. If you already seen from my previous live stream video after finishing from the Nations Cup and currently to be moving on forward to be start out of this month in the Manufacturers Cup, look out for every Wednesday and Saturday as I'm about to go live stream. Thank you for watching on my video in Gran Turismo 7 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for a notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like Deviant Art, Twitter, Instagram, GT Planet, and more for see for my own image artwork like UDRS livery, Total Drama fan art with card liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.